I am pleased to have you return to my Coin Lady channel. Once again, XRP is going to blow up, but a lot of people still don't believe it will. According to many, the story is unchanged from the beginning. Well, I'm going to break it to you, it's not like that. As we discussed yesterday, XRPL meme coins are a real thing. $1 billion worth of tokenized money are going to XRPL tonight, which is even more insane than what I have planned. Seems just insane. Make sure you subscribe and like tonight's video, because I want to explain everything to you. At all-time highs, hit that like button, you guys have been killing it as of late. Thank you so much. So, without further ado, let us begin the video. We will discuss this when Bitcoin begins to rally and, ideally, as we approach 70,000 XRP is trading approximately 1.5% lower than the day before. However, this is noteworthy. An $1 billion tokenized fund is soon to be launched by Aram Equity Partners. Although it isn't now, the RWA narrative will play a significant role in the Ripple and XRP ecosystems. Once again, XRPL is going to be hit hard by DeFi, RWA, and DePIN, the major players in this bull market. Thus, the tokenized fund will put its money into data centers in places where XRP is already present, such as the United States, the United Arab Emirates, the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, India, and Europe. Above all else, and this is something that, I suppose, becomes crystal clear when you begin to make the connections, has been constructing licenses, has trading choices there, and, in the end, has centers they can utilize. In my opinion, that is a crucial component. The formation of $1 billion tokenized fund that pools equity and debt assets was announced by investment banking firm Aram Equity Partners. Rumor has it that RWA is allegedly addressing the difficulties of liquidity and restricted access to certain markets by tokenizing private equity, which is another emerging use case. The announcement from October 22 states that the new tokenized fund will concentrate on building data centers in the United States, the United Arab Emirates, the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, India, and Europe. There, Ripple's Chief Technical Officer, David Schwartz, is expressing his thoughts on the matter. Bit data centers, you might be thinking, wait a second. Everything about tokenized assets is fantastic, and I get it. What does Ripple have to do with this? Now we're getting into the wild part. The fund will utilize Zoid's asset tokenization solutions and the security token desist protocol, which is dynamic, compliant, and interoperable. Additional prospects for real-world asset tokenization will be investigated by utilizing the XRP ledger, the first layer of the blockchain. The combination of these instruments will turn the company's assets into a cryptocurrency. Here, XRPL is the connecting tissue that will hold this tokenization of $1 billion fund together, the conduit, if you will. Keep in mind that this is merely the beginning. Who can say for sure what the outcome will be? Clearly, this is a major development. Take a look at our forecasts for a number of the major competitors in the sector to get a feel for the future of RWA and tokenization. If McKinsey & Company's forecast for a $4 trillion market valuation by 2030 comes true, then CT will be worth $4 trillion. Burger by Bull & Roland at $10 trillion. GCG, $16 trillion. The $30 trillion mark is being considered as completely insane by Standard Chart. The magnitude of the cost is displayed here. So, simplify it a bit. Meme currencies, for example, are going to start bringing volume and total attention to the chain. Additionally, you have a system of financial institutions that may be utilized by many instruments, including banks. Now let's talk about asset tokenization. Is there anything Ripple aren't doing, in this case? As far as references go, I believe that is crucial. Hold on a second, too, says a lot of folks. Right now. Things are happening, though, with the SEC lawsuit. Excuse me, what's happening there? Once again, we observe a transfer of monies. Now I'm sure some will point to this as yet another reason to give to the Harris Fund. Who can say for sure? Yes, every single tree does, in fact, confidently state its stance on the SEC case. Is this a payment arrangement? We have witnessed transfers totaling about $109 million. Are we going to witness the completion of this before the 2 weeks of the presidential election roll around? Rumor has it that Gary Gensler will be demoted. His term would finish in January, and precedent shows that the SEC chair usually steps down when a new sitting president takes office. So, will he be able to see this case through to the end? Everyone else, with the exception of Stuart Ali, is asking this question as they consider the possible implications of this situation and his perspective. Results are what Ali focuses on. Probably the Supreme Court can only do one of two things, either uphold or enlarge upon the verdict of Judge Ali Zator in the Second Circuit Court of Appeals. So, what is his statement? The second group of clergy will make sure that the judge's decision on the Torres and Expander case is strong. SEC's best case scenario is that they finally concede that there is a small premium to pay. A little greater cost is required. Clearly, there are issues over that way. In the second scenario, they wind up in a rather unpleasant situation where they argue with Judge Torres, claiming that she lacked ordinary intelligence when she decided against them. The bottom line is that SEC doesn't lead to a good result. They can, in fact, earn a little more money. But the thing is, how does that work in the grand scheme of things? Scarcely any. Remember that they acquired $4 billion from Binance, $2 billion from Terra Lotto, and a few $100 million from other sources. Then, let's see what's happening with XRP. So, intriguingly, a slight decline, as previously mentioned, 1.85%, nothing too out of the ordinary. That shift was visible to us, indeed. This candle is currently serving that purpose. This is what was traded and resold. Will this be the fine that is submitted? Has it been necessary to borrow a bit extra money? Well, that's the rub. I believe a lot will show up in the market, but it's encouraging to see buying activity again and an upward trend on the Relative Strength Index, RSI. What is the future of Bitcoin? Would XRP be the next to follow? What happens to XRP when this RWA worth $1 billion arrives? I firmly believe that XRPL is the major participant in this bull market, as I said before. Seeing my video is an honor. When you're done, hit that subscribe button and let me know what you think.